Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with heavyweight contender Martin Bakole and his trainer Billy Nelson. We're here just a few days before the big fight between you and Michael Hunter, the headline fight at York Hall on Saturday night. First of all, Martin, just to ask you, how have you been feeling in this camp? I was saying to Billy earlier, you look very slim, very trim.
Yeah, like I say, I'm training hard for this fight because it's a big fight for me. So I'm looking forward for that.
And we've heard that Michael Hunter's team are very, very confident. They've even been talking to Shane McGuigan. Obviously, they haven't got the latest news, but talking to Shane McGuigan about pursuing a fight with David Haye, who is no longer with Shane McGuigan and is retired. But that aside, apparently there's very confident noises coming from their camp. Is Michael Hunter going to get a big shock on Saturday night?
Of course, I'm always there ready for anybody. So he must be ready for me too.
And Billy, what kind of challenge does Michael Hunter brings? What sort of skills or traits will he show that Martin perhaps hasn't faced yet as a pro?
In fairness, I think Martin's faced most styles. I think he'll come out of starting blocks quite quick. There's something we've been working really hard on, but ultimately, there's not a department in my eyes that Hunter can beat Martin in. Hand speed, certainly nowhere near the power that he's got. He's got a reach advantage, height advantage, weight advantage, and he's overall is a better fight, much better fight in my opinion.
You're Martin's manager as well, so tell us from a manager's perspective, what can this fight, if Martin wins, what can this fight do for him in terms of his future prospects, world rankings and so on?
Well, I'm sure he'll get a ranking in the top 15, 20 of most organisations after this fight, but it's because it's live on Channel 5, it's going to get a big wide audience in the UK, and I want his profile raised. I've been harping on, as you know, on Twitter about him. I still to this day believe that only one guy will give him a real fight in Britain, and that's Anthony Joshua, and that's a fight that we want to have further down the line, but his profile will be raised dramatically when they see, let's put it this way, if he produces what he's produced in the gym in the last 4 or 5 weeks, Hunter's in a world of bother, and because he's been sparring 4 weeks with Anthony Joshua, 2 weeks with Hughie Fury, and a few spars with Daniel Dubois. Can't get better sparring than that.
Martin, on that subject, just tell us a little bit about the sparring with yourself and Joshua, and yourself and Hughie Fury and Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, everything go well, so I prepare with them, with Joshua and Hughie Fury and Dubois. It's not first time to spar them, but I was just preparing for my fight, so everything going well.
Billy, you said you feel the only fighter in the UK that can test Martin is Anthony Joshua. Just brings me round to the subject of Joe Joyce, who's obviously another unbeaten guy from the UK. He recently scored his US debut win against Iago Kiladze, someone who Martin's opponent on Saturday has stopped in the past. What did you make of Joyce's performance?
Well, it's the opponent, and the opponent's been stopped twice in his last 2 fights. He knows how to get beat, so to speak. He took a few shots, went down, got up, went down, went up, and he basically quit. There's no announcer quitting that man. Joe Joyce can get the fight with Martin any time he wants. There's one winner, and that's Martin Bakole. Martin will not only beat him, he'll knock him out. It's too slow, way too slow, lethargic.
And Martin, let me ask you a question. How important is it on Saturday in your fight with Michael Hunter that not only do you win, but you also look great and that you send a statement to every other heavyweight?
Yeah, firstly, people here in UK, they don't really know me a lot. So this is a big chance for me, for anybody to know now who's Martin. So it's going to be on Channel 5, and I'm fighting someone he was challenger in the cruiserweight. So I think for me, but everyone know him. And this fight, I think is a lot of people that will watch that, and they can see how able I am and how good I am on Saturday. So I have to show to people now who's Martin Bakole.
See, the thing is, Martin's skill set is very similar. I mean, his skill set is very similar to Usyk's. High work rate, good work rate, very good puncher. Pound for pound, I'd say Martin's a bigger puncher than Usyk. And look what Usyk done to Hunter. But the difference being in this fight is there's another 4 stone behind him. You know what I mean? 4 stone, 56 big pounds is going to be hitting off his off his jaw instead of 14 stone 4. Huge difference. And Michael Hunter is going to feel every bit of that power.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you both the very best of luck for Saturday night. Hopefully you won't need it. And best luck with the future journey.
Thank you.